Hello, everyone. Good morning. And it's Friday. It's happy dance. It's happy Friday to all of you this morning. Here is, I am talking here from Connecticut. This is Tina Kadish of Life is Ideal. And it's a little cold here in Connecticut, but I wanted to tune in this morning. My topic today is why I'd never go back to corporate. So, for those of you that don't know my story, real briefly, I was laid off from corporate America years ago, and for the first time found myself on uncharted territory. And at the time, I was a single mom with two kids, and found myself uncomfortable, found myself angry, a little pissed off because I had just been promoted as an area trainer and got laid off out of they just downsized the whole training and development department. And anyway, so started my journey. So what I learned in my journey is that I really wanted to have freedom and flexibility with my life. And at the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my career. So I don't know if any of you here are listening to this, feel right now that you are in your corporate job and you don't have that freedom and that flexibility that you so desire. Okay. You crave that exit and you just don't know how you're going to take that exit strategy. And that was me feeling frustrated that I was grateful that I got laid off because it started my journey to start my entrepreneurship business. And very thankful for that. However, I did go back to a job and stayed there over 10 years as a corporate recruiter, filling many positions. And I was good at it. However, got burned out. And finally, in 2018, I left on my own terms that position. So why I would never go back is that what I've learned during this whole process is the lack of freedom that I didn't have. And why I wouldn't go back to that because of the freedom that I didn't have. I was tied to the hours, tied to their rules, their way of doing it. Okay. Thank you. Who is tuning in? Would love for you to say good morning so that I know who it is. Thank you so much for all of you that are tuning in live or who are going to tune in with the replay. So as I was saying, the flexibility that I didn't have, the freedom that I didn't have. Now, I was doing my business part-time as well as going to work full-time as my corporate recruiting position. And one of the things also that I learned is that many times not feeling valued, not feeling appreciated. When your boss tells you what to do, you do it, and sometimes it's your ideas, you create something of your own, however, they take the credit. How many of you have had that situation? Hi, Krista. Krista can relate. Krista was my coworker at the last position that I was there. So she definitely understands the culture. Hi, Krista. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a long time. So, Krista, would love to hear, what are you doing these days? Let's catch up here. You can tune in. So why I would never go back to corporate is that lack of flexibility, especially when I think back, if you are a mom with small kids and you are juggling the demands of the kids' schedules and you have your job you have to go to, and they're not really supporting working from home. Now, when I was working there was no pandemic and there was no remote from home. However, now with the remote from home, yes, you may have more flexibility because you're working from home. However, if you have those kids in the house, you're homeschooling, it's a little different. Okay, so now you're mixing everything together. So for this particular video that I'm doing today, it's really about if you are physically in a corporate job, you're in their premises. All right. So it's the rules that they have. It's, the culture that may not be aligned to your values, which is very important, that you want to make sure that your values are aligned with the company that you work for. Okay. So if you decide to remain in the corporate world, okay, because entrepreneurship is not for everyone. I wanted to be an entrepreneur because I want to impact other women, primarily women, to get out of that unfulfilled, unhappy place and dive into entrepreneurship. Now, there's trade-offs for everything because when you're an entrepreneur, you're doing it all, right? You're doing it all. However, you're in a corporate world, right? And that's right, I heard that. You're moving to Florida. Wow, Krista, you're on the move. Well, I wish you the best. And so the weather will be great there as well. So love to hear what's going to be happening in your world. Yeah, Krista is shaking because she's moving again. She was living in Georgia, now she's in Florida, or moving to Florida. Anyway, good luck to you, Krista. So anyway, what I was saying is that entrepreneurship is not for everyone. All right. But what I support women is that they are in that, I say, stuckiness. They want to get out of it and they just don't have a plan. Okay. And that's where I come in to give them that clarity, give them that process. And I just created a 5-step process for leaving your corporate job. So if anyone wants to get my free downloadable, I can send it to you, but it's now available on my website for you to access on, and I will actually put the link right here in the comments for you to get a copy of it. It is my 5-step process that I just created for leaving your corporate job because it's not an easy thing to do. It is a process. It takes time. I did my business part-time for 6 years before I finally left in 2018. There's a plan. There are activities to do. I worked with coaches to help me exit out of the corporate. So I want all of you that are listening to this, it's not going to happen overnight. It takes the time. But where I come in is that I give you that clarity. At least you get that direction, that focus on what to do next. And then I can step into helping you to start that business, okay? And my process really begins with understanding what is your why? What do you desire to bring in, okay? And that's another topic. But so getting back to why I would never go back, the freedom that I didn't have, the flexibility that I didn't have when you're, and I'm going to be point blank here, when your boss is not smarter than you. So when you're smarter than your boss, many times that you know more, and I'm not pretending to know everything, but when there's times that you know more, and yet they're getting the credit, didn't sit too well, okay? So, and also, one of the things when I say freedom, are you feeling like a slave? You're just hustling in your corporate world right now, okay? And so I invite you to really say to yourself, why am I tolerating this? What can I do to get out of this? Are you holding on to your dream right now? And you're just staying in that frustration? Because it impacts our lives when we stay in that place. Now, like I said, it's a process. You don't just quit your job today and start a business. It is a process. However, what are you doing every day to get you towards that goal, okay? Another reason why I wouldn't go back to corporate is just not feeling appreciated, not feeling valued for my contributions, not getting my buy-in on different projects. Now, if you are working in a corporate world and you feel appreciated, you're getting valued, and you are so happy, that is awesome. And you know what? I'm happy for you. I really am. But for me and for many people that I talk to, they're in that unhappiness. They don't want to be micromanaged. Hi, Kellen. So glad to see you here. Thank you for tuning in. I really so appreciate it, Kellen. It's been a long time. I know you're doing great things. You're doing great things with your projects. And well, thank you so much, Kellen. I know that every time you're live, you look great as well. I really appreciate everyone who's tuning in today. But, being in the corporate world, being unappreciated, being undervalued are things that really impacted me. Or you just, you're making the money you're making, you're helping the company. Now, I know you get a salary, and I know that I've stayed in jobs. We need to pay our bills, don't we? Okay? And that's why I'm saying to all of you here, it's a process. You just can't do it overnight. So, but I wanted to share here with you some of the reasons why I would never go back to corporate. And I don't know if any of you have been in that situation or are in that situation right now. I would love to hear what are some of your struggles right now that you are experiencing in your corporate world, and let's talk about it. Kellen, I mentioned, I don't know if you heard it, I have a 5-step process that I just created that you can get from me. It's a 5-step process to leaving your corporate job. It is now available on my website, and I will put the link here in the comments after my video, that for those of you that are thinking of leaving your corporate job, and like I said, it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You owe it to yourself to figure out what do you love to do, because I put a post the other day, when you love what you do, the money will come. Because a lot of times, and I've talked to people, they stay in their jobs because of the money that they're making. They're making good money. And I get it because I was there. Okay? And money is a huge issue on why you're not. Okay? However, baby steps. Are you working towards that exit strategy? Do you believe it right here that you can do it? Because it is in our mindset. A lot of times what's holding us back, it's all here. Okay? Thank you so much, Kellen. Anyone else who's joined us, I would love to hear your comments here. Good morning, everybody who is tuning in. I so appreciate it. And whoever's tuning in and who is going to tune in on my replay. But, you know, you owe it to yourself. What are you doing today to get you towards that? So stop the excuses. Okay, I have a friend, Kim Kasparian. She's in my group. She's one of my mentors. She says, stop the stupid. I love it. You know, let's be real here. You keep making excuses and you're not doing anything about it. You're not doing anything about it. Is that going to change anything? Okay, like I said, it's not going to happen today, but are you working towards that? Okay, and if you're happy where you are, that's awesome. That is really good. Okay, because what I have learned, over 50% of individuals are disengaged with their careers, and what they're doing while they're on the job, they're Googling on how they can find a great career. How can they start a business? They're doing it on the company time. While they're working, they're Googling. Are you one of those? I know I've been one of those. All right, because of the unsatisfaction, the unfulfillment. So are you engaged where you are? You're not serving yourself. You're not serving the company at all. Okay, so I will leave you with, I want you to really think deep here on why are you staying where you are. Okay, what is holding you back? And if it's the money to staying where you are, write it down. Like what can you do? Okay, what can you do right now? What can you do to getting towards that? You want to leave, but the money right now is holding me back. Okay, you know, really really write that down. Like journal on it, meditate on it, because there is a way out. The money will come when you're following, when you're loving what you do. The money will follow. Yeah, see, I know. I saw your post, Kellen. You know, you lost your part-time, okay? And you worried, right? And see, and now I know you're doing great things with your ministries. Rita, thank you so much, Rita, for joining. It's been a while. Super humbled. God revealed to me new beginnings. You know, here's the thing. There's always new beginnings, because you see, when you're laid off, you have to find a way, don't you? You do. I was there. I was laid off. I had to figure it out. Okay? So stop the excuses, stop the stupid, as my friend Kim Kasparian says, and do something about it. Every day, do something. Do 1% more. 1% more every day. And you'll get towards your dream, because you owe it to yourself. Life is too short. And if you're looking for freedom, like I was, and you're looking for getting your time back, think of the time back that you can have with your family. Now, I know that with the pandemic, we're getting a lot of family time. We've been home. But, you know, when you're going out of the home and you're so stressed and you have no time with your family, with your kids, you can't go to different activities because of your job, how does that serve you? And before you know it, your kids are grown, okay? Or in my case, I lost a daughter last year. Can't get that time back anymore, okay? Because that time is gone. That dream that you're giving up on, okay? Every day you're giving up on your dream. Let's not do that. Let's get your dreams. Let's make it happen. And this is Tina Kadish of Life is Ideal. I would love for your comments here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rita Ann. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of you tuning in today. I so appreciate all of you. Have a great day. And until the next time that I tune in here. Bye, everyone.